Yeah. Wish I could paint our love moments in vibrant. Wordplay turns into gunplay. Gunplay turns into pillow talk. Pillow talk turns into sweet dreams. Sweet dreams turn into coffee in the morning.
Okay. Good evening, my
Hola.
lovely ladies. This is episode what are we on? Episode five?
Five.
So five. This is a special edition. Wine to go. We are drinking wine today. In
Or Patty.
commemoration of Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to the lovers out there.
Happy
Or
Valentine's
whatever.
Day.
This is gonna be
You
a
said or
it's
whatever.
gonna be a real special episode that we're doing today. We're gonna talk about relationships. The good, the bad, and the nasty. But before we start off, how was y'all week?
Productive.
Yeah, well, good for you.
I was super busy.
I had a really good week. I had a really, really good week. I had a really productive week. Got a lot of work done at work. Then I shot two music videos
All the video.
and went out Saturday with the kids and Laura. Then Sunday I made this really big dinner for Laura, and then you know it was a really nice good week. I did everything I needed to do and I wanted to do, so I'm proud of myself.
Go Lou.
If I do say so myself. Okay, so to start off this episode, we'll promise we won't get too drunk on this special Valentine's Day episode. But yeah, man, let's talk about relationships. Oh,
What
what's
are we
with
gonna
the
talk about?
faces? What was with the faces? Let's start off with the good. Let's start off with the good with relationships. Like, what's an ideal relationship?
What kind of question is that?
What do you look for in a relationship? What's the definition of a good relationship to you?
Not toxic.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like that's like the only thing, not
Right?
toxic. Cause like, what else is there?
I mean, let's
That's not
let's let's let's
toxic.
be specifics. I mean, like for instance, I mean, I crave communication in a relationship. Like I feel like communication can either make a relationship better or kill a relationship. If two people are not on the same page, then it spells disaster. You know, I think another tidbit when it comes to relationships could be going along the lines of communication is trust. When trust
Yeah.
is broken, it takes that
It's
much harder
still
to work that trust back. But I mean, what do you do once
Don't even try.
you can't? What happens
I'm
when that
so
trust
rude.
that trust factor is just it's done. Like you're done. When do you know you're done? When do you know you're done in a relationship?
12 years later.
oh
No, I'm just
god,
kidding.
girl. Cause I was about to say, shit, girl. Oh no, it's all different. Like it depends. I guess it depends on the person, like who you're dealing with.
Yeah.
But I feel like it. My last two relationships, I was just in them way too long. Like I've been knew it was done, but I just like was just in them. Like
Yeah.
wasted 7 years, then four and a
Mm.
half.
It sounds like
Do
you
you
was
feel
doing
like
a binge,
So it's
wasn't
like, but when you're done, you done, huh?
do you feel like
I did a
once you
it? Say
big
like he
girl.
just a bit.
do you feel like once you're done in a
It was a
relationship that
big girl.
it's kind of like you check yourself out mentally?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, but like they say, females they're done with the relationship like way before it's over. Like I so like I
Once
want
we
to say
stop
like the one that I
arguing,
was
once I
in.
stop arguing with you, forget it.
No, I'm gonna still argue because I like to
No,
argue. But we're not saying this. That's my little
nah,
toxicness
because I
in
don't
me. Like
care
I like to
anymore.
argue. No, I just want to argue because you want to argue with me, so I want to argue with you.
Heartless.
But the
Leave me the fuck alone.
nah, nah, because I got time. I got time. The fuck? But nah, you know when you done with, like, it just like I be feeling like your presence around me is just like annoying. Like just it be like the littlest things. Like why you chewing like that? Like why? Like your shirt got a wrinkle in the back. Like I just be over it. Like that's when I know I'm just like over it and
It's just over at that point. So how long? What's like a perfect breakup scenario? Like if you could have a perfect scenario where you could break it off with the person and just be totally detached, what would that situation look like?
is that possible?
I
Cause I
wish it
feel
was
like, cause
possible. I
I feel like,
tried. It didn't work.
cause I feel like I feel like it all depends on the time and the people because
No.
even if it's a situation where you know that it's done and y'all was together forever and you know it's done, it just like there's always still that little attachment. Like it might be one little dumbass memory where I had a good ass day and then like now you think about them. So I don't think you could just like completely like say, okay, today is the 15th and we're done and now tomorrow the 16th I'm good. There's no such thing. I don't think you can do that unless you was never in it. Like you was never like you ain't
Right.
love that person. Like there's no way.
From a fr excuse me, from a woman's perspective, where do you see it that you know that the man is done?
Um,
I'm seeing it
I
because they
don't, I
motherfuckers be
don't,
obsessed to this day.
Oh my gosh.
yo, Steve pisses me off. But it be the truth for me. How you like, but it be the truth for me. Uh, the
Oh
what?
my gosh. But I'm saying though, I mean, from the
Not,
outside
Literally
looking in, I
not
mean,
because
not from your
speaking
like
on this
personal
episode.
experience. It doesn't have to be from your
I'm
personal
just
experience, but from the outside looking in, when do you see like for instance, like for me, y'all know me, y'all know my tendencies, y'all know me. So like, when would you say like, oh yeah, he's done? Like this ain't it.
I must say I don't know because men if we talk about men because that's what we I guess we
Mm.
you can't really because what like you know my experience is not with men so if we talk men I don't know they're different because you might think they're done but they're gonna keep coming back if they can come back they might move on and still come back I don't know I don't think men they could be done I don't know
I
I
think,
think men be done when they start cheating or start seeing somebody else.
yeah, I think it's bigger than that because I mean I've been in
Hmm.
relationships where I knew like this is over, but I don't know how to break it off, so I'm just in it, and then it's kind of like, dang, if I leave, then it's like, what happens if like I see this person and then I'm like enthralled with them again? You know, like I don't know. It's yeah,
What?
that's one of them weird situations because like you can't say like the love, like if you truly love somebody, like even if it's over you still love that person, you still have love for that person, you still care. So just to say like you can't really detach yourself from it and just be like, all right, well, I'm doing it today, because then that day gets here and then like you said, like something can happen and it's just like, should I do this, like am I making the right decision at this point? But I think for
Yeah.
me it was more of a, I think if I know how I am, so it's like if I know that I'm done, like I'm done. Like there's nothing I could do about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing that
I
person
know,
could do
right?
about it. There's no talking at this point. It's like even if we have a conversation where it's kind of like we're trying to work on things, like in my head it's kind of like I really don't care. At this point, I don't care. I am
Exactly.
done.
Mm-mm.
Like I'm over it. Like
Hmm.
I really don't care. And I feel like we're taught to stay in these relationships. Like we're taught young to stay in these relationships, especially when you see like you're in a household where you have your parents, and your parents are like going through it, and then they're battling through it, and they stay because of the kids. And it's kind of like we're taught to do the same thing. We're taught to kind of like coddle these relationships that are over. They're done. Like we should have left years
Mhm.
ago, but we're staying in this relationship because of certain circumstances or certain aspects of what's keeping you here, instead of just being like detaching yourself and being like, you know what, I'm better off leaving than continuing on with this. Like it's just not conducive to my mental health.
Yeah.
But I actually learned that from my therapist, like talking through like my relationship situations and like how they go, and then um it's it ties into my relationship with my mother.
Hmm.
So it's like your relationship with your parents is what, like, I don't know if it's like what you're seeking or what you're seeing in your mother. So like, let me just say this. So like me and my mom are not like, we're like on and off. Like it's like on and off mom, you wanna say? Because
Hmm.
like we won't speak for months, or she won't speak to me for months, but then she'll come back like, oh, I love you. I love you. You're my daughter. So now I'm like, oh, my mom. Like, let me, it's the same thing like with like, I wanna say like my last two relationships. Like we're gonna break up and we're gonna get back together, then we're gonna break up. My relationship mirrors what I allow for my
Mm.
mother. So if I allow my mother to keep coming in and out, I allow spouses to come in and out. So you know, that's why I be
I
choosing
think
the bad ones.
yeah, I think that's very like revealing, because then when you look at it,
Yeah.
like they always say, like you try to look in a significant other traits of your parents.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And sometimes we get caught up in the bad traits. We get caught up looking at the good traits, but overlooking the bad traits.
Hmm.
So all the bad traits is kind of like, we're like, okay, well, it is what it is because this person does this though. And
Yeah.
even though that person does this bad, everything else is good. Like instead of like actually weighing the pros and cons, and like really analyzing where you are in your relationship, because a lot of the time when you're in a relationship, it's more about you than it is about the other person. But we get so caught up in the other person that we forget about ourselves, how we personally feel, how we're personally dealing with different things. And you're looking at the other person and you're like, what is that person thinking? What is that person going through? Instead of just being like, you know what, I need this for me. Like it's not about them. Like I don't care about them. Like, and you shouldn't care about how they personally feel, because they're either gonna keep dragging you along and stunting your growth, or they're gonna keep you in this bottle of mental instability, you know?
Gaslighting.
Yeah. And I think once you realize, okay, I need to move on to be a better me, that's when you can actually be a better you. Like you can't, even if you break up with that person, like, and you don't have that mentality, you're still going to think about that. And that's what draws you back to that person again. You end up back with that person, and it's just a repeated pattern, because there's no growth within you. You're still looking at this other person for growth and waiting for this person
Hmm.
to grow, instead of allowing yourself
Never
to
gonna happen.
grow.
Yep.
So I think once people really get a feel for that, then I think they'll be able to detach themselves from negative situations with their significant other. But it also goes back to communication. If you can't communicate all of these things with your significant other, if I can't have a conversation with you and be like, look, I don't like this, and this needs to change. Like this is hurting me, you know?
Yeah.
Even if it's not a physical hurt, you can still be hurt spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Like that stuff weighs a ton. And if
Hmm.
anything, you could argue that that is worse than physical. I mean, honestly, I'd rather get punched in
That's
my
slow
face
murder.
than then repeatedly put down and made to feel inferior, you know?
Yep.
So I don't that's a broad topic. That's a
Talking about narcissistic abuse,
yeah,
Lewis.
I mean, but it's true. It's very true. And it's always people that don't think that they are that way that are that way. I don't
Duh.
think that I'm this way. I can never be this way because I do this. I'm not this way because I can do that. I'm not this way because I give this much.
Well, they won't
But
even question it.
it's
Not even they're not wrong.
yeah, it's when you could look yourself in the mirror and you could say it's me. It's me. Because I've been there before. I've
You could do
looked
that. You'll
myself in the
never
mirror and been
question
like, you know what? This is me. Like it's not them. Like this is literally me. This is me being an
it.
asshole. This is me. Like
Me being a bitch.
yeah, like this is me. This is me right now. You know, and I feel like when you could do that, that's growth because you're realizing that you're the one that's in the wrong. But there's so many situations and so many times where people just like either fail to see that they're in the wrong or they refuse to see that they're in the wrong. And I think that's the worst. If you refuse to see like it's
You
you,
don't live in reality.
you'll never nothing's ever gonna change. That person is going to stay that way
Or
until something changes in them. Like it gotta click.
that's my Cardi B.
Oh my gosh. Moving on.
What's
Moving
wrong
on.
with her?
But another,
Let's talk
another
about
important thing in a relationship, humor.
oh
Gotta be
yes.
able to deal with
Yes.
me.
Yes. First of all, I can't be with somebody that don't got a sense of humor. At all.
Like at all.
At all.
I say and do dumb shit all day long.
Like and it'd be the corny stuff. Like the corniest stuff is so funny.
Yep.
And if you
My
can't
boyfriend actually has me saved in his phone as his corny girlfriend.
that's
He's
wonderful.
like corny shit all
That's
the time.
wonderful. That's one I love it. I love it. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
If you can't be like you're supposed to if you can't be yourself, like be your true self around your significant other, like what's the point of being around that person? Like if I can't play around, do dumb stuff and like, wig out, have fun. Yeah, I know. Laws
Yo,
just
do you
she's
be
in it.
peeping her?
She's in it. She's in it.
Bruh,
She is in
she
it.
doing
She is in
Cardi
it.
B, fucking instinct.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
That nigga
delusional.
did
I've been
that.
up since early this morning braiding hair.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
Just
'cause
braiding,
you
braiding,
had
braiding,
today
braiding,
off.
braiding. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was off today too. Yeah, my mother
I
actually
work double time and a half.
oh, look at you.
Oh,
I wish I could. I wish I could have worked today. Wish I could have got that OT. I still got paid for today, but it's not the same.
still got
Yeah.
paid.
My
I
mother
got paid. I did.
my mother got her wisdom teeth pulling taken out.
Oh no.
She got all
How
four taken out.
many? That's
And
not fun.
plus one. So she
Four
had
at
five
once.
teeth pulling out. Five.
Yikes.
All at one time. And yeah, so
Making
I've
mashed
been
potatoes.
trying to take care of my mom and stuff like that. Like,
That
yeah,
shit
she's
ain't
been
fun.
yelling at me. I think like I know she's in pain and stuff like that, but yeah, like she needs to like not yell. I'm trying to take care of you. Like you don't gotta you don't gotta take it out on
Stop
me.
it.
Like I love you. Like you know what I'm saying. Like I'm trying to take care of you. Like, but yeah. So
That
I've
is
been
not
I
a
was
good
dealing with that
time.
this weekend as well. And then oh, it snowed out here. Like
Oh, it
there's
did?
literally snow on the floor.
Did it snow this
Yeah.
weekend? It snowed
No,
recently.
it's
I
like it's not
can't even
even
keep track
snow. Like
anymore.
it's ice at this
Nah, we
point.
didn't get snow. We were
Oh
supposed to
no.
get snow this weekend, but we didn't get it.
Oh.
Well, it came to us.
Yeah,
So
thank
they
God,
canceled
because
school.
I'm tired of
Lathan
it.
doesn't have school tomorrow. Um,
I don't know what the temperature went up to today, but I know definitely some snow melted in front of my house.
oh, you guys are lucky
Thank
because
God. I'm
people
just
out here
over
do
it.
not know how to drive. I went outside. I went to Kroger.
Oh
I went
my
to
gosh, that's
Kroger
when all those
with my mother.
pileups happen.
Oh my gosh, the dude, you know how my house is that turn before you hit the
Yeah.
driveway, like the stop sign and everything. So the dude, I'm outside, like I came outside to warm
Hmm.
up my car, get the ice off my windshield, and the dude, he makes the left turn to go around, and the back of his car is just going
Oh
like
my
this, and
gosh.
I'm like, yo, thank God I wasn't like coming out of my driveway or
Driveway,
whatever.
wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like he could stop. Like you can't stop at that point. And
Mm-mm.
thank God, like my car, I have all-wheel drive. Like I'm from New York. Like if you don't have a car with all-wheel drive, then like you're not going
How
anywhere
did he stop
when it's
though?
snow. He didn't stop. He just kept going. He literally
What?
just kept going. Yeah, he just kept going. He just kept driving. And I'm telling you, he was doing like at least 20. He was doing at least 20 miles per hour
Oh my
and
god.
could not stop, just swaying back and forth. And I literally went back into my garage and just watched him because I didn't know what
I
was gonna
did the
happen
same
if he was
thing.
just gonna slide into my driveway or something like that.
Hmm.
And I'm thinking like, why would you make the turn at like 15 miles per hour? Like I don't care
You
if you
supposed to
have
go
great
that real
tires, all
slow.
wheel drive. I still make 5 mile per hour turns. Like I'm itching around that corner. Like you never
Especially if
know
it's not weather y'all used to.
exactly. And it's
We're
ice
not
out
Yeah,
used to
there.
that weather.
I don't mess with black ice.
Yeah. So I get the Kroger. I'm at Kroger, and this I get out, right? There's a car, like that the parking lot is, and I'm parked on this side. I see a car, like it looked just like my car. So regular, whatever. I go inside. I come out. That car is bent in. The trunk is bent in, like somebody hit it
What?
while I was in Kroger. The whole time I was in Kroger, somebody hit it, and I think they just did. I don't know, because there's no cops or nothing. The person who owned the car wasn't out there. I think they were still inside Kroger. So what I did was I took my black ass, got in my car, and got the fuck up out of there because you ain't about to blame me because I'm literally parked right across from him.
Mm.
Literally,
Mm-hmm.
like you know what I'm saying. Like I'm my back is facing his back. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I got the fuck up out of there. I'm not. Mm-mm. Nope. Not today. Not today. I'm sorry, listeners. We are on a rant today. This is our special edition episode. We are drinking. We are having fun and being merry. So I hope that when y'all listen to this, y'all could
And
be in
being
a
lovely.
like. I'm gonna put a disclaimer. I'm gonna put a disclaimer on like when I edit the episode and I'll make the comments and everything. I'm gonna put like must watch this episode
Be
intoxicated.
lit.
Like.
But
Intoxicated.
we just off
I
subject and
can't
all types
stand
of shit. I don't
Why
even
you.
know
not?
what
Why
happened
not?
just
Look at
now.
us. Look at us. Look at us, guys.
See?
Look at us. I
Lou,
love
I'm
you
a
guys.
hype man. I'm halfway there to being a rapper.
Oh my god. We're not gonna talk about this on the podcast. We're not. We'll talk about this outside of the podcast. We're not gonna
Yo,
talk about
yo,
this right
yo.
now. We're not doing it. Shawnee, get her. We're not doing this today.
I can't even go. Okay. Girl.
We are not doing this
All
today at all.
right, what else we
Okay,
talk
back
Stop your
about
back
then?
to
stuff.
our subject.
Stop
Back to
your stuff.
Oh,
relationships. Let's
my
talk
rap
about
career.
let's
So
oh my gosh.
wait, let's talk
Look,
about a
look.
time.
Oh my
A
gosh. Look.
time. Wait, where you going?
Take a night. Take a night. There you
Good
go.
night.
All right, get out. Close the door. Thank you.
She real like
Yeah,
All
she
right.
came in here
all
like a
They
right.
ran
thug.
at me before. I
So
should have let him pop his head
she
in.
is a thug. She said what she said,
The
and she did
Virgo
what she
baby.
did. But hello. So
Back
let's
to
talk about a
relationships.
time. Let's talk about a time where you were like toxic in a relationship.
My relationship
Ooh,
and
I like that. I
relationship.
like that. I like that. I'll go first. Fuck it, I'll go first.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Time that I was toxic. I'll tell you this. There was one time I was dating this girl, right? But like there's this other girl that wanted to talk to me. And the girl that I was like I don't want to say dating, like we was talking. But like she was like super clingy. Like she would come to my house every day. This is when I first moved to Brooklyn. She would be at my house like every day. She would like try to like make me breakfast and like for real. She would pull us to my house like 8 o'clock in the morning. Try to make me breakfast and
What?
shit like that. Like she was just always around. And at first I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have nothing like this. And mind you, I'm like 21. I'm like 21 at the time. I'm like, yeah, this is cool. But there's this other girl, like I really like I really like this girl. I liked her so much. I went to the Bronx, spent the night, didn't touch, like spent the night at her crib and everything. Woke up in the morning, her mom made me breakfast. Like her mom was mad
What?
cool. Yeah, like and mind you, like I'm not like at that
You
point in
said the
time.
Bronx.
Yeah,
Right.
thank you. From Brooklyn all the way to the Bronx. That's how much I liked her. And I
We
didn't
was
even,
talking about the
mind you,
Bronx.
at that time, like if I'm spending the night, I'm touching. Like there's no discussion about that. Like I'm not coming all the way out to the fucking Bronx and not touching.
Toxic right there.
Thank you, toxic.
There's
Thank you.
another example.
So I lied to this girl. I lied to her. I told her I wasn't gonna be home, which I was. I was home. I was home the next day. So I told her, stop, out now. So I told her I'm not gonna be home. I was home. I had the other girl come over. Shorty still pulled up the next morning. Still came the next morning. It was like, oh, I came just in case you was home.
Who the
And
fuck says just in case?
right, like yo, and I'm just like, so I'm in the peephole, and I'm like, nah, like
Wait, we're talking about how
I'm
you're
good. Like,
toxic or she's toxic.
you know
It
Confused.
what?
sounded like she was toxic.
You know what? At this point,
Because
but you
if
know
you
what?
wasn't,
But I did her kind of dirty though. I did her dirty.
but was y'all in a serious
Nah,
relationship?
we wasn't in a
Either one of
we wasn't
y'all?
in a we wasn't
So
even
then
in a
that's.
relationship. I can't call it a relationship. Maybe she did. I ain't call it a relationship.
Mm,
But that's why I say it was toxic, because when I think about, like, when I look back on relationships like that, or like even situations like that, like I still feel bad about it. Like I reached out to her like probably like 6, 7 years ago, and I had apologized to her. I was like, if I was like misogynist, or if I was like any type of way in this in our dealings, like, I apologize for that. But I hit a lot of people up. Even when I started therapy like last year, I even hit Candace up. I apologized to Candace for anything, that I may have done in our relationship and everything. Because at the end of the day, it's like I don't wanna harbor any of that. Like I don't want any resentment, and I don't want anybody to resent me as well. I know Candace still resents me, and that'll probably be until the day
That's
I
so
die,
toxic
but
shit.
it is what it is, like I'm genuinely apologetic. Like I genuinely am sorry for any way that I treated any woman that I've had dealings with, because at the end of the day, when you young, when you know better, you do better. When you know better, you do better. And I know better. So my job right now is to do better. And I have a son, I have two daughters. I don't ever want them to deal with the type of man that I was, and I don't want my son to be the man that I was when I was younger. So I felt like I had to make those changes, and I had to apologize to these women. Even if I didn't wrong them, I still wanted to make that apology. I still wanted to let them know, like, look, I am sorry. I'm sorry it didn't work out. Maybe you thought like you had grand plans for us, and I apologize for
What?
that. Because you never know. You don't know, like, you're leading them on, and you're not thinking the same thing. You're not on the same wavelength, and you're young. You're young. As a man, young, all women flocking. Like I didn't care. Like I'm in the club. Like I'm young jock. Old jock, be steady. Like,
What you talking about?
no, the fuck you did.
but
Get off
I'm
the
older
mic.
now.
Get off
I'm
the mic.
wiser now, and I want to make better decisions. And, I mean, obviously, I'm making better decisions, but
Hmm.
these better decisions are gonna, in the long run, are gonna help my children. And I'll have the foresight and letting my son know, like, look, you don't treat a woman like that. You know what I'm saying? You see how I treat your mother, this is how you're supposed to treat her. And even with Candace, like, I apologize to her. And I, like, if she ever watches this or she ever sees this, I still do. I apologize for anything that I put you through, because we had a toxic relationship, and I don't care to delve into it. I just wanted to bring in the other one. But when you're in these type of situations, and you yourself have been toxic, it doesn't matter about the other person. It doesn't matter how toxic that other person was, because you yourself still have those flaws, and you yourself still did what you did. So, I apologize for all of that. And I apologize to that girl. I did her dirty. I did. I told her, I peeked through the door hole, and I was just like, nah, I don't even like you like that. Like, why are you even here?
Oh my god.
And I felt
Who the
so
fuck?
bad. And that was the crazy part. Like, I felt so bad about it. But I had the other shorty, she was in the room. Like, she was in the room, and like this girl, like, I ain't know what I mean, hindsight is 2020. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Fuck.
knowing now, like, maybe I would have went about it in a different way. But like, at that point in time, I thought like that was how I had to deal with it. Like, just like put her down and make her feel like an asshole for showing up at my house at 8 o'clock trying to make me breakfast. She's trying to do some good for me, and I'm just treating her like she ain't shit. But like I said, hindsight is 2020, and I felt extremely bad. Obviously, I still feel bad after the fact because I apologized to her some years ago, even after like I've been stopped talking to her. But to kind of like leave this story on a good note, we're good friends. Like now, like we're
Oh
good
no, I
friends.
wouldn't be
Like
good
not
friends
like good
with
friends. Like I'll
that.
hit her up and say shit, but like we follow each other on Instagram. Like like that kind of friends. Like you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like that's about it. You know what I'm saying?
Motherfuckers said good friends, but we just
I ain't
follow
mean
each other on
like good
Instagram. Like
friends.
we
I
don't
mean
say
I
what
don't
they're
want to say
close
good friends.
friends
How
with.
about like
Like
we're like
so good.
we're good. We're good. I won't put it that way. Like we're good.
Okay.
We're good. We're
Yeah.
in a better place. I put it that way.
Okay.
All right, Shawnee.
And why you had to come in next? Oh
Ooh,
God.
ooh.
All right, so my bro.
Toxic. Thank you, baby. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, sweet.
So my
Lock it,
toxic
please.
is like extra toxic sometimes
Okay.
because I could just I don't know. I like to like if I feel a type of way, I want you to feel some type of way too. So like my
So
biggest
if you feel
toxic
some
thing
type
is
of
like
way, you have to OD.
I have to OD.
Okay.
I have to like and when I say OD, I'm like OD packing your shit, putting it by the door, texting you, cursing you out, kicking you out,
Mm.
starting arguments for no reason.
No reason.
Shit like that. No
All right. Give us
reason.
an
Like
example. Give us
no
an example.
reason.
Give
It be
us a
some shit.
quick story. Break it down.
It so I gotta break it
You gotta
down.
break it down. Give us the
I
breakdown.
gotta break it down.
Just like yeah,
It
you gotta just give us a little story real quick. Give us a background.
it be like some shit like no, let me just tell I gotta tell you the most pettiest one.
Okay.
Right?
There we go. There
Say
we
I
go.
wanna say I was expecting her to be in the house at a certain time, right? Because it's supposed to be our chill day, right? And you were supposed to come home at like 9 o'clock. We
Okay.
can watch movies and all this other stuff. You outside hanging out with your friends and getting drunk, and you don't come in till like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Mind you, I'm already asleep. Now you come in and I'm tight, but now your bag is already packed because I ain't go to sleep till like 1:30, 2 o'clock, and you ain't coming till 3. So now all your stuff is packed by the door because how dare you chill with your friends and not come chill with me? No,
Mm.
I don't care that we live together. No, I don't care that I see you every day, all day. You
So
were
it's
supposed to
just
be here at nine
ultimate petty.
o'clock.
Ultimate petty.
Yeah. Yeah. But then if you take your stuff and leave, I'm gonna be more mad. So I'm gonna just need you to leave
See,
it and then
I
come
never
right back to
understood
me.
that. I never understood that about women. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I never understood that about women because it'd be like I always get like I don't want to bring Candace into it, but there was times where we get into an argument and she'd be like, "Get out," and then when I leave, she's even more mad, and it's just like, "Yo, bro, like you told me to leave, bro. Like I want to
No,
give you
you
this
supposed to
space. Like,
fight for us.
ah, come on, man, come on. You know
I
what?
tell
You
somebody
know
to leave,
what?
I want them to
To
leave.
my listeners, females coming from a man, please just be specific. What do you want? Like that's all I need to know. That's all I need to look. If you want me to leave, I'll leave. You know what I'm saying? Even if, I mean, I'll come back. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna leave for a couple of hours, give you some space, give you some room. Like you know what I'm saying? But like just be specific about it. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's get the hell out and never come back, all right, cool. I'm packing everything, but don't get mad when I'm starting to pack and you're like, oh, you're really gonna leave? That I used to hate that. I used to hate that. Oh, so you're really gonna leave? You're really packing your shit? Like, yes, you told me to leave. Like, nah, man. See, I don't like that. That's toxic. That is toxic.
That's toxic for sure.
But I'm growing. Don't do me.
I'm no. I'm saying.
I'm
I'm
gr-
saying before. I don't wanna.
no that
I'm
no
not.
this way. Oh, okay.
Do you
Cause
still
I'm
do it?
changing.
Do you still do it?
I ain't in a
She said it
relationship,
was
I'm just
she
so
was
saying.
toxic for
I'm just
doing it.
saying. Like, yeah, that's past tense.
it
I'm
was
just
just
past
it's
tense.
past tense. Hmm.
But nah, I
Yeah.
used to hate that shit.
I'm not gonna do that no more. My goal is to have a relationship where I don't have to do that.
That yeah, that's the ultimate goal. That's the
Hmm.
ultimate.
Yeah.
Okay, Lolo.
I'm not toxic.
Nah,
Most of
nah.
this
There gotta be at least one time you got to get toxic on. Like, first of all, First of all, I know you. I know you. I
I was about to say because
I
I
know
could
you.
bring a story up
I
because I
know
was
you.
there. What
I
we
know
busted
you.
out?
That's what I'm saying. Like she tried to act
What
like she
window?
don't miss Goody Two Shoes up in here.
The fuck?
Dorothy with
I
the
feel
red
like
heels. Like
toxic
no.
things I do is in response to toxic things that are done to me.
Come on, bullshit.
I'm not that
Bullshit.
person anymore,
Bullshit. You're not the
so
person anymore. We talking about past tense. You could bring up
You talking
one
about
time.
I
past
mean,
tense?
One
I'm
time.
a lot of
confused.
things,
Because
bust a couple
because
windows,
you are
that's what
when you wanna be, you are Queen Petty. So I don't want to hear it.
I can be Queen Petty.
Bruh. Bruh.
I don't want to hear
Come
it.
outside.
I don't
All
want to hear
right,
it.
where we going? What we
I don't want to
doing?
hear it. Bring up one
I'll
time.
bust
Just
the
just give
windows.
one instance. That's it. That's what we're
One
asking for. Just
instance.
one instance.
Oh my gosh.
Tell
The
about
whole story,
that
Shorty?
Hmm.
the boot. No, tell them about the day at bootleg.
The whole
Ooh.
story?
Nah, but that wasn't
Um,
the day at bootlegs. Wasn't really toxic on her end though. That wasn't really toxic
no,
on her end.
no. What we did, what we
Long
did
All right,
story
what you
short,
did
yeah,
was toxic,
so
but
yeah, my
yeah.
ex
that was more of a reaction.
he was just lying about where he was at or whatever, or who he's with, whatever the case was. So me and Shawnee go sit down at the bar he was at, we're having a drink, we're just watching him literally like drink our wine, finally go up to him. I start a fight with him. I start a fight with everybody he's with. I don't care. I'm ready to fight everybody. Like everybody.
Oh
So
my
that
gosh.
yeah, my ex was acting all scared. He didn't want to come outside, so I took whatever he had in my car, gave it away. He had Jordans in my trunk. I gave it to somebody.
But the dude was like, "You
Yeah,
sure?"
some
He was like, "No, take
laundry
them. They
detergent
had just
and
came
put it
out
on
too.
his
Take them."
windshield. Like, yeah, try to get that off. Yeah, yeah. I don't
Okay,
think I've.
so listeners out there, please do not judge us on our past because
Please
everybody
don't
has a
do
past. We've all
We're
had toxic
growing.
no, I won't do.
situations, and the whole reason for this podcast is to be better because we are growing and we're becoming
Yeah.
better versions of ourselves. So yes, we have
Now, don't even get me to that point because you can't. Ha. Take your bullshit and go someplace else.
Period. Boom.
We ain't doing that shit no
I
more.
mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. I feel like I feel like in relationships, like if a
I
person
feel like if
pushes
that
you,
would have solved the problem, though, like that didn't solve shit.
no,
So
it
what
didn't
I
solve.
do all that for?
My thing is just like when you do things to, I guess, get a reaction, or not even get a reaction. You're doing it because of reaction.
Hey,
You're the one that's reacting. So when you react to a situation
yeah,
and you're it could go either two ways. You could create a bigger problem and that problem is just going to linger, or it can open up the other person's eyes and be like, all right, well, if if I ain't do this,
10 out
then
of 10.
this person would have had done that, and you know what, I'm in the wrong. I made her do this or I made him do this. Either way, so it could go one of two ways. 9 times out of 10 it doesn't. It goes the opposite way where it's just going to create a bigger reaction. It's going to create a bigger problem, and we have to learn how to deal with the situation before it gets to that point where we're like,
Exactly.
I'm gonna do this because I want this person to react and I want this person to feel the way that I want to feel. At that point, if you feel that way, you shouldn't be in that relationship. Period.
Exactly.
If this person repeatedly is making you feel this way, you shouldn't be with that person.
Okay.
So listeners out there, if you're in a relationship where it's toxic, there's good toxic. There's good toxic and there's bad toxic. And I want to say this
Yeah.
good toxic. I know you guys are looking at me crazy, but there's good toxic.
Right.
And I don't want to say it's toxic because it's not technically it's not toxic at all. But when I say good toxic, I mean like play fighting or like that sort of
Come
thing where
on,
it's like or
toxic.
you do something
Very
petty
toxic.
but it's not like you're doing it out of spite. You're not doing it out of malice or negativity. Like you're being petty because you're having fun. Like it's more of a, it's like you never like played with your
Playful.
boo and then be like petty about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, that's why I'm not gonna make you breakfast. You know, like that kind of petty. Like that. Like it's not toxic. It's more of a loving kind of nature. But there's the other aspect where it's very toxic, where you feel like you're afraid to even speak, you're afraid to do
Mhm.
something, you're afraid to wake up in the morning at times because you don't know what kind of person you're going to wake up to. That is not something that you need to be in. That sort of relationship you need to get away from, period. And
Walking on the
listeners, if you're in
eggshells.
that relationship, you need to leave. Do not stay in a relationship for the sake of children, for the sake of
Thank
financial
you. They're so safely.
finances, for the sake of anything. I don't care what it is. If this person makes you feel some type of way, leave. Run for the hills. Keep going.
Never look back.
Keep running. Never look back. Pack your stuff and leave. If it's finances, save up your stuff, move out,
Mhm.
plot, get up out of there. If it's the kids,
Mhm.
hey, go to court. If it's, I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. If you're in a relationship and you keep feeling this way, you keep feeling the toxicness, you keep feeling like you're down, you're sad, you're angry, all these mixed emotions that are not good emotions that are conducive to your relationship, leave. Period. And if you want to stay, then then you live for the toxicness. You can't complain to
Mm-mm.
every don't complain to
Don't
people.
say that.
Don't well think about it though. If if you're getting sound advice, right? You're getting sound advice and you keep feeling this way and you know you yourself should leave and you decide to stay, that's not on anybody but you. That means that you're living there for there's a thrill factor because there are people that stay in toxic relationships for the thrill. They live for the argument. They're just as toxic as the person that they're with, even if they feel
They
fully
like the
the way
drama.
that they are.
People know. I've discussed this. People like the drama. People like the fact that people, because what it is some people think that the arguing and the fighting and all that stuff is a sign that that person loves them. So that's what they think. They think that because we're arguing and it's so passionate about it that means that you love me. So
Right.
now I'm staying because you love me. People think like that.
And you shouldn't. You should never think like that. If this person makes you feel some sort of way where every single time that you even deal with this person or have a reaction with this person and this person makes you consistently feel bad, any negative feeling is a bad feeling. Leave. And if you need help leaving, there's so many different resources out there. There's I mean, you could call the cops for one.
They ain't gonna
help,
do shit.
I mean,
That
but they could be there to help escort you out
that
outside of the house. They could help you.
Yeah.
They could be there to help you escort yourself. Off the premises, pretty much.
Yeah.
they don't
I'm,
do shit,
but I mean, but there's
it's
other.
it's
But there's other.
they
There's
don't.
resources though. There's resources. That's
But
what I'm trying to say.
it's
There's
easier.
resources.
And these
It's easier
resources,
said
you
than
know,
done.
just leaving is just one small step in the right direction. It's like dealing,
You know what I think?
staying away, not being re-triggered by that person because they're just
Yeah. You know what I
constantly
think
harassing
is a
you.
major problem for a lot of people? They're afraid of starting over. They're afraid of meeting somebody new and having to actually start that whole process over, getting to know this person. And then on top of that, not only just starting over, it's kind of like, what if this person is it's that subconscious thing where it's like, what if this person is just like the person I just left? You know, now you're afraid to get into a new relationship. You're not only afraid to start over, but you're afraid to start over with somebody that you feel may just be like the person you just left, not knowing that you could be passing a blessing and this person is everything that you've been wanting for the several years that you've been with this other person. Law is a perfect example of that. And I won't go into specifics, but you're a perfect example of that.
I'd be scared to. My main thing is I just be freaking scared. This lurking in the background. Everything I do is like I'm being stalked. That's crazy.
And
Everything.
that's a problem too. That's a problem too. And I feel like that's more of a
Every
problem with
little thing
females
I
than it is with
do.
men. You know, like men don't know how to move on. They don't know how to like, all right, like this is
Damn.
over. I'm done with this. Like she's done. She's obviously don't want me. But no, some men is just like, nah,
You
she
know
still
what it
want me.
is?
She bugging. Like she
Yeah,
still want me. Like
yeah.
she lying to
Yo,
herself right now. Like her friends are stupid. Like why they telling her I'm not the one? Like I don't understand it. You know, like I hope I was never like that. But I mean, me personally, I feel like I was never like that. I know when it's over, it's over. You know, it's like what I'm gonna do? Like what
I
I'm gonna
don't give
say
a
to her?
damn what you doing. I don't give a damn who you screwing.
Yeah, because even when you still like say if you
It
had sex with that person, you know it's over. That sexy that it don't even hit the same. You know what I'm saying?
ain't
Like
even
that sex don't
happening. I
hit the
don't even know
same.
what you talking about.
But even if it
You said,
does,
wait, wait,
even
wait,
if
wait.
it
What you said?
does, it
Repeat
don't hit
that.
the same.
Wait, I'm about to say, you repeat that again. You said what?
I'm gonna say
What,
even
So
if
what,
you
what,
yeah,
have
you,
so
sex with that
Laura,
person, it don't hit the
what
same.
person?
with the
Your
What
ex.
person,
person? The person that you.
no, with the ex, you know, well, not even with your ex, with the person that you're with that you know that it's over with.
Oh,
It
it.
yeah,
Oh
Oh,
just
no.
don't.
no,
This thing. I don't know what y'all was talking about.
no.
Nah,
Nah.
it ain't hit the
But
same. It ain't
I
hit
don't
the
know
same.
We're
that.
done.
I don't know that.
I'm
Nothing.
just going through the
I don't know
motions.
that
At that
stuff.
point, I just need a nut. I just want a
I
nut. This is over. Like
No,
I'm not
that
even
part I'm
feeling it.
good.
don't know that struggle.
Dun, dun,
Everybody, I don't know that
dun,
struggle.
dun.
I don't have that issue.
I
It hits
Okay,
the
speaking on
same.
that, let's talk about let's
Wait, how much more time we got? My phone's about to
we
die.
got like probably like 10-15 minutes.
Wait, I got
Let's
a charger.
Where's your charger?
right there we go. She's charged up. Charged up.
Good. I just had a like she said I was about to die, but where's the charger? Oh, it's right there.
I didn't
Don't do
realize it was
it.
right there. No.
Now, what was you saying?
Let's get nasty. Let's get nasty.
Wow.
Let's talk about
Your face like what?
let's
It's
talk
not.
about
It's like PG. It's like PG-13. We're not going
no,
X.
we ain't gotta go get crazy. I just want to know what do y'all bring to the bedroom? Toys.
Everything. Everything.
Oh my gosh.
I'm everything and more.
I don't even
You
want
don't
to
even want to
Secrets.
know.
I don't want
That's
I
what
don't
I said. You don't even want to know. Like
Nothing.
Okay, so for advice for people that want to bring like excitement to the bedroom. Let's give advice. What would you suggest?
Don't come to
um.
me for that. Nope.
You would have
Okay, so
suggested anything, Lord? Like what would you suggest? Like
Don't be
Shawnee,
coming
what
for
you
that.
got? What you got?
Try everything once. Cause why the fuck not? Record is fun. I
No,
don't.
don't do
It's
that.
oh
You know it's
no,
funny
no.
now that
I
you
got
say that.
I got the copies, so it don't matter. But why not?
Lord,
What?
I don't
not
recommend that.
so Laura was she was drunk one night and she was like, "Oh, we should film each other." And I wasn't drunk enough, so I was kind of like, "Nah." But
So you be like, nah,
she wants
do
to.
it.
Nah, I think we're
It's
gonna do it.
fun.
We had a nice like little Valentine's. We played like a whole bunch of like I had like a book that I had got her last Valentine's that we didn't use, and it's like a whole like sex games type stuff. And there's a whole bunch of stuff in there where it's like sexy truth and dare, sexy charades, and they give you like all these suggestions and stuff like that, what you should say. It was dope. We was drinking and stuff like that, and it was nice. It was nice. It was really cool. She had like this little nice little outfit she had ordered, and I feel like that's like a given. Like when you're in a relationship, you should have like at least one sexy night a month, where it's like
A month.
you yeah,
You
at
said,
least a month. Yeah, at the very least a month. Because and the reason why I say is because like I don't want to say sex gets
oh, like a
stagnant.
production out of it.
Yeah, I don't want to say sex gets stagnant, but you want to have a night where it's just you two, just like it's a dedicated night. Because 9 times out of
I'm gonna
10,
say
like
once a week.
you don't plan for it. You know, you don't plan. Do you plan your sex? You plan it? You're like, okay, we're gonna have sex Monday, Wednesday, and Friday? Like, no, that's what I'm saying. So I feel like there should be one night out of the month where you plan it.
That you plan it.
Yeah, that you plan it and you
It
dress
don't
up.
make it.
You dress
It
up. You
don't.
get the
I can never go
lingerie.
past
You get the
one.
you get and you guys
Huh?
like have like
I feel like that's
games
just
and
more like I don't know.
you
I
make a
can't never
night out of
plan
it.
That
You
nothing.
make a
sound like.
even
That sound
even if
like.
it's
Well, you know what
like
that sound
you
like.
plan it to like a date night type of thing, where it's like like at a date night and you're gonna wear something like she's
Oh
gonna wear
yeah, I
some
guess.
lingerie wise and stuff like that. Like it's just it's an event that you guys can have, and it really brings intimacy. I promise you, like it's intimate and you feel a lot closer to that person because when you're going through the month and doing the days and everything, you go through the emotions. I don't want to say sex becomes a chore, but it's kind of like there's times when, like, I'm pretty sure you guys know where you kind of like, nah, I'm like, I don't like, I want it, but like I'm tired, like I don't want it right now, like I want it but I don't want it, type of thing.
I don't know. I'm
Toxic
never too
relationship.
tired.
I mean,
Motherfuckers acting asleep
I'm
on
not
purpose.
I'm not either, but I mean, I've Laura does, say that to me sometimes. She does say like, "Oh, I'm tired,"
I
and I'll
don't
be
know.
like,
You know, ain't
"Okay."
no such thing. Mm-mm. I don't know. What? Let me
But I
be
mean,
honest.
then
I don't
again,
know that
Shawnee,
life.
like you don't
It's
have
no
like
such thing as tired.
you don't have
I just feel
kids,
like
you
whenever I
don't have
plan
like
something, it never goes as planned. It's just like
No,
always just
exactly. It's exactly. I feel like when you plan it,
try it
it's
out.
gotta
How
be
about this? Try it out.
it
Get some lingerie.
time that you
Get some
find me. No,
get
but
some lingerie. Make a date night. Wear the lingerie. After
I'm too
dinner,
silly for
get a
that.
dessert.
Guys,
Just try it out. Just try
too
it out. I
silly for
promise you.
that.
I
You
promise
gotta
you. I promise you.
nah.
It'll be such
Mm-mm.
an intimate night. I promise you. I promise you. It'll
Mm-mm.
be dope. It'll be so
Nah.
awesome.
Cause I'm gonna put it on and then I'm gonna walk out and just do like a dumbass dance. Like I'm not.
that's
I
the
can't
type
do it. I
of
can't
dumb
be
shit I
sexy. I'll
do.
be sitting there like this.
That's the dumb shit I do.
like, like, not gonna be okay. They're gonna be like, this shit. Yeah,
Just
that's
all I'm
sexy to
saying is
me.
just try it out. Just try it out. Even if it's just one time. Just try it out. I promise you it's gonna be the most intimate night that you guys have had in a minute. Because it's like it's out of the norm. Like, it's you're having dinner, and then put it this way. When I saw Laura yesterday and what she was wearing, I was like, oh, okay. That type of night, huh? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like
gosh.
I was immediately turned on. I was like, yo, why don't you wear shit like this more often? Like, what's up? Like, you're a whole different woman. Like, who is this right now? You know what I mean? Like, but I mean, all I'm saying is like it should be like, it should be out of the blue. It should be like a date night type of thing where it's kind of like, the kids is taken care of. You guys got the night to yourselves and
Yeah,
you
see, that's
know,
what you gotta do. Cause I was like, meet me upstairs last night, and
yeah, see what I'm
I
saying?
fell asleep.
Yeah,
You got up
it's a
there.
different type of vibe. So
I'm like, yo, meet
Sonny,
me
Sonny
upstairs.
can't really
Like,
relate to
meet
that.
me
You know what I'm saying? So
upstairs. And literally,
Nah,
I
cause
said, "How
nah,
long
wait,
did
wait,
you
wait,
come
wait, wait, wait,
upstairs?"
wait.
He
Before you
said,
say
10
that,
minutes.
wait,
He was
before you say
snoring.
that, before you say that, cause when I tell you, sis be sleep, sis was up there. She was yelling at the kids. I was like, let me go check on her because them kids was acting up. She in there sleeping. How the fuck you sleep that fast? She was just up there yelling, lay
Yep.
down and went to sleep. I was like,
It's
That's what
nah,
you don't even
so
understand. People
nah.
sleep so quick. Like Laura, like, yo, she be like, yeah, like I remember one time she was like, yeah, when I come out the shower, like get off your game. I want some tonight. And I was like, I bet, yeah. As soon as she came out the shower, I'm like, all right, this game's almost over. Right? Not even like I promise you, the game is about to be over in like 2 minutes. She was sleeping 2 minutes. Sleep.
that's how it be.
Sleep.
Yeah, I
Then I
don't.
tried to wake her up and she was like, no, I'm tired. I'm tired. Try again later. I'm like, yeah, it's too late. Like, I'm not
Try
gonna
again later.
like
Busy Tom.
but an hour should be killing me. See, I
I
know,
don't
I
know that
know, I know
life. I don't know
you don't
that
know that
life.
life. I know you
That
don't
life
know that
that
life.
Don't have
that
kids.
no
You don't know
that
that life.
life not talking about.
You don't know
We
what
not
it's
talk about kids. We
You don't,
not talk about kids. We
you
talk
don't know
about.
what
Let me
it's
tell
like
you.
waking up at
Let
7 o'clock in the
let.
morning, being up all
Nobody's.
day
Ain't
long
nobody talking
with
about that.
these loud
Ain't nobody
ass
talking about
kids.
okay. And I be sitting here. I work 7 days a week. I work 10 hours
Yo,
a
you,
day, and
you,
then I fall
you.
asleep.
Look,
And
we
then
got
you
two
can
jobs.
wake me
We got two
up.
jobs. We gotta work
Wait,
our day job, then we gotta be
listen.
parents.
I don't know what that means. Wake me
I
up.
don't know what
Lord, am
that
I
means.
lying? Am I
Wake
lying?
me up.
Am I
No, you
lying?
can't wake me up.
I could be dead. I could be dead
Mm-mm.
sleep.
Nah, but
Oh,
see,
you can
see,
wake
and that's
somebody up.
not Lauren. I mean, Lauren.
No,
Laura
I
be
can't
like,
be
"Oh,
woke
wake
up.
me up, wake me up, wake me up," and I'll be like, "All right,
Mm-mm.
cool." But then I'll try to wake her up, but then she does the stupid sleep shit where she's like,
I won't even
she be like,
feel nothing. I'll just be
Like,
like,
it be tight. Like I don't
I'm
even want
like,
to
you
try
try to
anymore.
wake me up. I ain't even know,
I don't even want
cause
to try anymore. I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm just gonna go to sleep. I'll try again tomorrow. Fuck it. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
No,
it
I'm
is.
gonna get up.
You know, when you're married
mm-mm.
or like when you're in a committed relationship, y'all live together and there's kids involved and everything, like yo, sex comes like you gotta catch it. You like it's like one of them things like
Yeah, you gotta
I got you like
prioritize
yeah, you know what I'm
it.
saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta like really like it's not planning, but it's like one of them unplanned
You
things where
have
you gotta
to.
like do it
It's like yes, that's exactly how it is.
as it, you know what I'm saying? It's like you ever the whack-a-mole is that's a perfect example. It's like whack-a-mole where it's kind of like I'm getting the kids to bed. Homework. Then make sure they bathe. Make sure they brush their teeth.
Like it's kind of quiet
Every
in
bed.
here.
Sex.
You know what time
Where's the mole?
it
Where's the mole? That's how it is. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of them things where it's kind of like when you're
He
in
was
that
losing you, Laura. He was losing you.
yo, you lose yourself. I promise you. You know, when you have kids and you're like there's so much going on, you got so much life going on, you kind of lose yourself. So that's why I say like it's good
Hmm.
like take that once a month. I always say at least once a month where it's just YouTube. You dedicate just a couple of hours just to YouTube. You know, maybe put the kids to bed early, or plan everything for when they go to bed, or get a babysitter, and just make sure it's just you two and y'all having intimate time. Y'all doing something that both of you guys like. And it can't be like watching movies or something like that. Like it has to be like something where you guys are face to face. You have the communication. There's it,
That's what me and my boyfriend was doing last night. We was playing cards. And I'm
oh,
like,
and then
meet
you
me
went to sleep.
upstairs. And I'm
But
like,
that was gonna be my next question. Like, what's your favorite like intimate moment that doesn't have anything to do with like what's things that y'all like to do?
Um I like I like the board game shit. You know what I'm saying? Like me and
you like
Alora,
board
we
games.
try like the strip board games and shit. Like we do like strip Uno or like um you know
That don't got nothing to do with sex. He talk about taking off clothes. I said not sex, not leading to.
but
It's
it's
like
intimate
okay,
though. It's all right, all
let
right, all right. So you're saying like in a setting that has
but let me
like
tell you my
just
intimate thing.
okay, go ahead.
Like it has nothing to do with my intimate thing is like listening to music and just like dancing like randomly in the house. We just dancing and listening to music because we feeling the music, but it doesn't have
Okay, so
anything to do with
non-sexual
sex.
intimacy.
Yes.
Me and Alora, we cuddle and watch like documentaries on Netflix, or we watch like Law and Order or something like that.
Wow, to get you hooked.
It does. It
As
does.
soon as
It
that shit
does. Like
come
we started. Like I remember
on.
we had started from like season one before, and like she wanted to rewatch it, but like I was like, I'm not gonna watch this. Like I don't really care about this. Like three episodes in, I was like, word. Like what is going on? Yeah. So
I
so
I
I'm all
had
caught
started
up.
watching the first season. I started
Yeah.
watching that first season. I was tight because I felt like some of the cases just wasn't solved at the end, and it pissed me
Right.
off.
Right. I
I
be
was like,
saying the
why
same
y'all not
thing.
solving
I,
these
I hate when they
cases?
I hate when they end the episode where like they leave court, but it's like open ended where it's like they don't have nothing that's going like yo,
hmm
bro, like nah, finish the
But you
tape
gotta think
and
about
get to
Exactly.
them. Like yeah, I
but
know
you
they're
gotta
not
think
gonna
about it.
fuck, but like
No, that's how
finish
life be though. Some cases ain't
It's like
finished.
I started watching that the Cecil Hotel on Netflix.
Laura was just watching
I'm
that
watching
yesterday.
it.
What is
But then I
that?
was reading articles
About
and
some girl
it was
that
about
died
this
or
girl that
disappeared. She
disappeared
got
and
her
then she
body
was
was found and
found.
the top of the
the
whole
water
dome.
tank on
Yeah,
the roof. But they were saying that the documentary is, I think it's like 4 episodes. They were saying that the 3 episodes leads you on this. What if she
like
was
they're gonna
murdered?
solve it.
What if
Then
this
by the
happened to
fourth
her? What if
episode,
that's happened to her?
yeah, by the
And then
fourth
the fourth
episode, they're
episode was
like,
like,
oh, we still don't
and
know.
they're like, there
This
was no
suicide.
great mystery ever. Like she was off her like
Yeah, she was on meds
meds.
like
She
that.
was
Yeah,
on some psychotropic
and
meds. She
she
was
ended up
off of
killing
them,
herself because it was like it
and
was
that she,
impossible for somebody to put
I
her
don't
in
know.
closed or
I didn't
something.
watch the whole thing, but it's just like they suck you in like that. Like the heck.
It was another
But I'm gonna still
documentary.
watch it though.
It was a documentary
Still
that I
gonna
was
watch it.
watching with Laura the other day. It was about this dude, this he was this black dude in Boston who is on Netflix. I forget what it's called. Some Four Trials or something like that. And he got locked up back in like the 80s or something like that. And they said that he had killed this cop. And there was like, how did he kill him when he was here? He had a receipt for this or whatever, and they had locked him up, but the cop was dirty, but the other cops was trying to like cover it up, so they had joined the investigation. Like it was a really good documentary. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna put it in the comment section for you guys to go look, and I'll send you guys the text of it. But it's on Netflix, and he got out or whatever, and then he basically was like they were still trying to put him on trial like 20 years later. Like they were still trying to put him on trial. Mind you, he had got out of jail, he was out and everything. They put an ankle monitor on him, they wouldn't let him leave Boston. Like it was like a whole big thing. And even still to this day, like he's still fighting against the Boston system, suing the city and everything, because he was locked up literally for 20, I think he was locked up for 20 years on the date, and he got out like in the 21st year. Like he got locked up when he was only like 19 years old. And he got out when he was about 40. And like yeah, like they was literally still trying to lock him up. Like there was like all the cops and everything, everybody that was in the old boy system in Boston, it was like, no, there's no way like our cops was dirty, this, that, and the third. But like they had all this evidence that the cops were dirty. It was like wicked. And this dude, like he literally had to fight for his life just for his freedom because he was innocent. And on the same night that that dude was killed, I think like the night before, like his cousin was killed, and they try to pin that on him too. They try to say like, "Oh, you killed your cousin," or whatever like that. But him and his cousin was like this. They was like best friends. Like they was like brother and sister. Like it was crazy. I'm gonna send that to you. I'll put it in the comment section. But yeah, it's a really good documentary, and it's one that for Black History Month I suggest that everybody watch that documentary. So I definitely put it in. But we are running out of time. Do want to thank anybody for joining in on us. David and Giselle couldn't be with us tonight. Giselle, I believe she fell asleep. So Giselle probably got drunk and just fell asleep. We still love you. David.
Yeah.
He got drunk, fell asleep too. I don't know. We're here with you guys. We was drinking.
Hanging in there.
Thank you guys so much for our episode of Wine to Go. I hope we do have another episode where we could come to you guys and we could all drink and stuff. Maybe we'll do a episode where we get live and we bring people in and we take shots and stuff, do stuff live. Why not? Why not? Let's have fun.
You
Johnny,
still be acting like
face.
you're
Let's
so
have fun.
young. I'm old now.
Yo, we are old, but we are old young.
No, because this past my bed.
Right.
Look, we're gonna pick a Friday. We're gonna go live. We're gonna pick a Friday. We're gonna go live, and we're gonna have a party, and it's gonna be a special episode of Coffee to Go. And if we hit, I'll say this: if we hit 200 views, 200 viewers live.
Did anybody win our gift card?
Your sister did. Yeah, Brittany did. I have to send Brittany.
She don't count.
That's what I tried to say. Like I said that too. She was like, "How do I count?" But she literally was the only person that answered. I think Destiny had answered, but Destiny had the wrong.
Wait, so what did
the answer was?
What did Brittany say?
It was Bustello.
Oh like,
Bustello,
yeah.
Bustello is like that's our. Yeah,
Pretty
everybody
much.
loves Bustelo. Like that's the
Okay.
go-to for coffee and everything. Yeah, but Destiny had put it in there. She had said Folgers, and I was like, nah, that was a good guess, but unfortunately, you
Well,
did.
that wasn't a good guess. Anybody like that shit?
Ain't nobody like Folgers. But
No, Folgers.
Brittany had hit it up, and she was like, oh, it's definitely Bustelo, and I'm like, first of all, I
Don't act
feel
like you know us.
Don't act like you
like,
know us.
first of all, I feel targeted. Second of all, like, and I told her, I was like, nah, you don't count. She was like, how don't I count? And I'm like, nah, I'm gonna talk about it with the rest of the crew, but I honestly don't think you count. Like, you can't,
Nah, she got it.
you know what I'm saying?
She
Like,
got
you the
it.
plug. Like, now her and Lord, like, I think Lord the one that she was like, nah, say Bustelo. Say Bustelo. See, that's why she don't count, because
I would
I'm
have
gonna
said Duncan.
I that. That's what she originally
Somebody
said.
did.
Yeah, there was like two people that. Matter of fact, Destiny's first answer was Duncan, and um, Brittany's answer was Duncan, and that's when I came out with the other one. And I was like, no, like, to be a little bit more specific, I mean, like, what you could put in Keurig, what you make at home, not what you go out and get. Because when you go out and get, of course, everybody's gonna pick Duncan. I mean, that's our thing. That's our thing. But yeah. So and then on top of it, I'm like, why would I say our favorite to go place and put a $20 gift card for Duncan? Like, that just like kind of defeats the purpose. But yeah, I'm gonna send Brittany her $20 Duncan gift certificate. She's the only one. She's literally the only one that really answered, so she won. But for future
So we gotta get some
notice, if
followers.
other
We're gonna
people
go
answer, she
live.
does not count.
Oh my God, she's
She does.
excluded now.
Yeah, well, I mean, technically, she had to be excluded because she already won one, so we can't, like, she can't win all of them. Like,
Put
like,
that
it's
disclaimer
not
on
fair.
there.
Like, you can see his favoritism. Like, oh, Brittany is Lauren's sister. That's favoritism. But nah, I'm gonna send it. Brittany, congratulations! You won a $20 Dunkin' gift card. Please, please, please do not spend any on Lauren.
Fucked up.
Nah, it be your own people. It be
Keep
your
your own
own
people.
people.
But look,
Cause I'm coming. I want to. I want a thing.
What you want?
I want a coffee wild card.
yo, you can't spend it on any of the Coffee to Go members. Period.
Oh wow.
Period. And you know I'm only saying this because I'm not in New York. If I was in New York, I'd have been like, look, where we at? Like,
Meet me there.
right? Like, which Dunkin' you going to? Like,
The one
anyways,
with the drive-through.
that's a fact. Thank you guys for joining us on this special episode. Happy Valentine's Day to the lovers. I hope the person that you spent Valentine's Day with is the person you're gonna spend it with next year. That is toxic.
No toxicity over here.
Thank you guys so much. Special shout outs to David and Giselle. We will see you guys next week. And wine to go. Coffee to go. We love you guys.
Next episode.
Yeah. Wish I could paint all love moments in vibrant. Even wordplay turns into gunplay. Gunplay turns into pillow talk. Pillow talk turns into sweet dreams. Sweet dreams turn into coffee in the morning.